just thought I'd take a short break just to let you know about becoming a Breakout Bestie. So we've launched a brand new subscription service for the small businesses that need us in your pocket. So why do you need to become a Breakout Bestie? Well, it's just a monthly subscription that gives you access to us when you need us. There's a closed group where you can ask us any question you need. There's also an anonymous posting on, so if you've got clients in the same group, you can ask us anything and we'll get back to you. Sometimes that'll be a quick answer, other times it might be that we need a bit more of an in-depth chat. There'll also be posts and information on the latest trends, the latest strategies for social media, upcoming things from HMRC that you may have missed, just anything you need to make your life easier to run your business. You'll also have access to our client base and money off discounts and vouchers for various services we've got coming out. This is brand new, it's only just been launched, so have a look, go on our website under Besties and sign up soon. If we've learned anything in the last 4 years, is that sitting on your own, trying to go round and round in your own head, in your own space, not getting out and about, doesn't help anybody. You don't want to get inside your own head, and you don't want to spend hours on something that could be resolved in a very quick conversation. Hi, and welcome to Business Rainbows and Unicorns, where there's no such thing as failure if you don't try. This podcast is specifically for business owners or wannabe business owners. Say you've got a side hustle or you've got a passion for something and you think it'd be absolutely amazing, or you see people that do amazing things with their passions and what they enjoy doing. Well, you can do that. So please subscribe and we hope you enjoy listening to this episode. Hello and welcome to Breakout Business Rainbows and Unicorns, where there's no such thing as failure if you don't try. So today I thought I'd talk all about collaboration. Now, one thing that's massive to Breakout and has been ever since we started is working with other people. When I say working with other people, I mean working with everybody. So whether they're seen as a competitor and do the same thing as us, or whether it's just another client in a different industry, we will always work with people because no matter what, quite commonly, the same questions and the same issues come up for small businesses or any business it might be, that we can then help each other out. So instead of paying for a service, it might be that you just have to talk to someone and they might have had the same issue and they can let you know how they resolved it, just to give you a bit of an idea and a bit of a clue of what they've done, how to get out of a situation or something that just doesn't work or could be a bit of a problem for your business. Now, one thing we're doing to help with this is we do networking meetings. So regarding to networking, I would 100% turn up as a guest to every single networking meeting you can find, just to get a bit of a feel, because as with everything, you will not get on at every single networking meeting. They are so different. They have different people. They have different ways of running the meetings. They have different setups. They have different standards. They have different requirements of attending the regular meetings and signing up for the groups. So whatever it might be, go to every single one. Bit of a side note on that one. But also come to ours and let us know what you think. Because if you can, it is in real life. But honestly, the questions and information you can glean from other business owners is everything. So for collaboration versus competition, on that side of things, we're very fortunate. So we do a lot of different things. So we've got Nisha as our social media expert. I do a lot of bookkeeping. We've got Liam, who does all our editing and recording for us and video content. And then we've got our nerd, who does all of our IT and tech stuff behind the scenes. One thing we all work together as a team on is websites. So whereas we do exactly what any other website company does and pulls a website together, we all individually will look at and work on that website. So you've got 4 eyes on that website rather than one person. And it means you get a bit more of a UX design process, how the customers look at your website, how people use your website. So then if you've got 4 people's opinion, so by the time it gets to you, we can explain why we've put things in certain places, or why there's certain buttons on different things, why we've added bits and pieces, why things might be worded a bit differently. So just to give that extra help and extra assistance. On the flip side of that, if we've got too much work, which is a nice place to be in, but we pride ourselves on our customer service, we will recommend someone else for websites, and we work with other people as well to send them work. Because in our eyes, if we can do that, we still give a good customer service because the people we recommend give good customer service, but also we're supporting other small businesses. So if we can recommend other small businesses to work on, amazing. It just makes such a difference. And hopefully in return, they'll do the same to us. Not that we say that's a prerequisite, but we just all then work together, and it just makes it nicer for everyone, because I guarantee there is enough work to go round in that side of things. On the flip side, we recommend, say, local company called Name For You for printing. We do printing if you've got a printer at home and can't use it, so A4, A3, A5, just what we call basic printing, whereas they'll do the massive banners, the pull-up banners, printing on T-shirts, printing on hats, uniform, you name it, they can pretty much print on it. So we can't do exactly the same stuff. They can print A4, but in some respects for what they do, there'll be much more value for money. Whereas if you need a one-off label or anything like that, we do that. So there's always some crossover in what we do. And we just don't see it as competition, because if we can work together and encourage people to use all of these services, then it benefits all of us. The same goes for working together. We've got a few desk hires here where they will book desks together so they can bounce off each other. So rather than sitting in a coffee shop or rather than going around each other's houses, we provide a space for everyone to collaborate together and sit together in, whether it's once a week, once a fortnight, once a month, or maybe just every quarter or twice a year, just to get together, talk about your experiences of being in the same industry. There is no point an accountant sitting with a plumber, because they're just going to have wildly different experiences, completely different industries, completely different target markets. Whereas if you've got a load of wedding suppliers together, which we've done in the past, everyone bounces off each other. Have you used this venue? Have you got this? Have you got a contact for that? Did you come across such and such wedding? How did you find out? Oh, I saw you on social media and you did this wedding. How did you find that? What did you get on with? What do you use? Where do you find this from? It really, really helps. Then people get stuck of, okay, you've won a wedding award. How did you win that award? How did you put yourself forward? How did you get your social media to where it is? Because they're niche down into that industry, they'll have specific set of expertise and advice. And it might be that someone you're sat next to is 4 years ahead of you. So they've been through everything you've been through. So you can collaborate and bounce off each other. And the saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1. Well, imagine 8 of you sat here together and talking about different, having an admin day, but the most productive admin day you can think of. So that's something we're launching soon, or if you've already got a group of you that like to meet up and chat and get together, let us know, because you're more than welcome, and we will be here on hand for any other questions. So if you get on something a bit stuck out there or a bit different, if we can't recommend someone, then we can definitely help. So just have a think if there's someone, because I honestly, if we've learned anything in the last 4 years, is that sitting on your own, trying to go round and round in your own head, in your own space, not getting out and about, doesn't help anybody. You don't want to get inside your own head, and you don't want to spend hours on something that could be resolved in a very quick conversation. And that's what it solves. It's saving you time and saving your trawling on Google or trawling on somewhere, asking questions where you don't know if it's from experience, if it's fact, or if it's just opinion, which is always the danger. Whereas if you're sat in a group of trusted people, you can really find out exactly have they experienced it, how they got over it, and everyone helps everyone to not make the same mistakes again or get themselves out of a problem that they're just going around in circles. If you think about how just bouncing off a friend or just bouncing off a colleague, when you do see them at events or in networking or when you do speak to them, how you can talk about and bounce off each other to get ideas, and how you come away feeling really enthusiastic, a different mindset, because you can look at a problem again and again and again with the same set of eyes. You sometimes need that out the box thinking and different set of eyes on it. So one thing you think, oh, you know the feeling when you're going round and round in circles, someone else comes in, well, how'd you do it that way? And you're like, what didn't I think of that? It's just really hard to get out of your head sometimes. And that's where we'd really help with people. It's a bit like the 3 for 15 minutes. It's just having that slight different perspective and way of looking at things. And that will be the same with the group desk hires. It's just that co-working to the max, to have that day of sat around, ticking off a to-do list, but at the same time asking some people all the questions you need answering to have the most effective week, 2 weeks, month, quarter, whatever it may be, because so many people will help put things into perspective and just help you be more productive as well. Because if you look at something like your marketing and social media, they might have success somewhere else. But when else are you going to have that conversation? If you sit and work alone the majority of the time and you don't do events or you don't meet other suppliers, and you might either be in an office or a warehouse on your own, when do you get that different perspective? And ultimately, you don't always want to nag your family about stuff or bore your family about stuff, because we all know how other people in the family feel about talking about your own work. So have a think, let us know. And if we can help with anything, whether it's booking in for 15 minutes, or as I say, you've got a group of friends who we must catch up. Do you know what? Put the date in the diary. And I promise you, other people will get FOMO, because everyone will want in to say, do you know what? I want to bounce off those people. I want to sit in a room with those people and find out what they're doing. So get in touch. You can book on our website, breakoutservices.co.uk, or drop us a message and ask us to find out more. Because as well, even if you're on your own and you don't even have any contacts in your industry, I guarantee we will do. So we will be able to put you in contact with the right people. So tag someone and share with someone who might need to hear this and just might need someone else to bounce off and some more ideas, because the worst thing can be if you're stuck on something and spending hours and hours on the same problem, because we can probably sort that, or someone else in your industry can sort that for you. So share this episode, like and subscribe as always, and if you like what you hear, please leave a review, because it makes a huge difference to us. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to this episode. We really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please share with a friend who you think needs a bit of help with starting a business, or even their small business which they've already got going. Please like and subscribe to our podcast, which always helps a small business or small podcast like us. And check the show notes. We all have everything in there relating to the episode which you might need, might want to read, and links to anyone we've interviewed and certain subjects we've spoken about. And thanks for listening.